Well, thank you very much, Colette, and thank you to Ian for his fantastic speech and his insights, which I think will really set the scene for what I think is a landmark day today. I'm absolutely delighted to be here. I was very involved in the early discussions on the Aberdeen City Region deal, and of course the Oil and Gas Technology Centre is right at the core of that deal. And it's great to see discussions and plans actually being translated into action, and that is what we are doing today with the launch of this centre. My journey with the industry started a few years back when Sir Ian came to see me when I was working for David Cameron in Downing Street. And I think it's fair to say that business sometimes gets frustrated with government, at the slow pace of government. And Ian was putting the finishing touches to his Wood Review, and he wanted to make sure that his recommendations were firmly on the desk of the Prime Minister and the Chancellor of the Exchequer. And Ian, I'm sure you all know, is nothing but, if he's not persistent, and very restless to get things done. And I want to pay tribute to him for the work that he has done in getting us here today. And he was very successful in getting this right at the top of the agenda. And I think the whole journey that we've been on over the last few years is a remarkable example of pace and momentum, of turning his recommendations into the OGA, getting legislation through and actually getting action on the ground. And I think it has been a fantastic collaboration. And I think it has already been said, but I will repeat it. I think today's event and the investment that is going into this centre is a real statement from both the Scottish Government and the UK Government of our confidence in the future of the oil and gas industry. And we must go on repeating that, because the oil and gas industry is absolutely essential and critical to both the Scottish and the UK economy. Now, you have faced some challenging times with low and volatile oil prices, but I think the ingenuity and resilience that you have brought to extracting oil and gas from one of the most harshest environments in the North Sea, you have brought that same resilience and ingenuity to the challenges that you've been facing over the last few years. And I think it's really been a partnership effort. Obviously, government has played its part with a £2 billion fiscal package, but industry has done so much to help itself by reducing costs. And I think this city deal and this oil and gas technology centre is really an example of partnership in action. The two governments together contributing 180 million investment to the centre, which will then be added to from the universities and other funding partners. And this is all about providing that bridge to the future. And that bridge has three pillars to it, I think. First, how do we maximise the recovery from this mature basin? And then how do we use the innovation, expertise and experience that is tested here in the North Sea to open up new markets abroad? And I think we have a rightly challenging aspiration to double our exports from the current 16 billion to 32 billion from the work of the oil and gas supply chain. And then we need to use that to provide a platform to diversify the regional economy here in the North East. And the City deal also focuses on things like life sciences and the agri-foods sector. But this technology centre, I think, is a hugely exciting initiative. There is an opportunity to turn it into the go-to global centre to develop technologies on how we extend the life of mature basins, how we improve subsea production, and how we reduce the costs of decommissioning. The final point I want to make is that this technology centre is not the end of the story. A few weeks ago, the government, the UK government, launched its industrial strategy. And I am very keen to explore with the industry how we use the concept of sector deals and how we develop a strong oil and gas supply chain strategy, which I have discussed with many of you in this room before. Because I think there is more we can and should be doing, and I hope to play my part in bringing that about. So today is a fantastically exciting day. There is a transformational potential from this initiative, and I would pay tribute to all those who put so much hard work into getting us here today, and I wish you well as we take forward this very exciting initiative. Thank you very much.